Wakey, wakey. Good morning, class. It is time to start our coil trivet. And I have some coils rolled out with salt dough. I've got some pictures here. I've got a board and some saran wrap, and I'm going to show you how to complete this project. So I made a few different drawings. You can do what you would like. On this, I've got my initial on this for cross, so I could do that. I also, of course, made an Illuminati with an eyeball. Love eyeballs. And made a cactus with a sun. So just some different ideas. You can make the outside whatever shape that you would like. I've got a rectangle here, triangle here, and a circle here. Now, you're going to be limited on how big you can make this. You can only make it as big as much dough as you have. So once you run out of dough, you're not going to be able to make it any bigger. So try to plan for how big you think that you're going to be able to make this. This is about 6 inches here. So I think that's a good size for you to start with. If you make it and you don't have enough dough to complete it, you can always smush it and redo it. So I think what I'll do is I'm going to do this design here. And what I've done is I've gotten a board. You could use a piece of cardboard. You could use a piece of foam core. You could get an old piece of board. Anything that's kind of sturdy that you can move around would be fine. And then I've got a piece of saran wrap here. And I'm going to put my design underneath my saran wrap, like so. And this is so, of course, my salt dough does not stick to my paper. Okay, it also will help with keeping the salt dough moist. Okay, so the first thing that I'm gonna do is, I can do this a couple different ways. I can work from the outside in, or I can work from the inside out. I prefer to work from the inside out, so I'm going to show you how to do that. I already have rolled my coils, so I'm not going to be showing you how to roll a coil. If you need to learn how to do that, that is in a different video, so you can watch that video. And that is on Seesaw for you. So all I'm going to do is just create the outlines that I've got here with my coils. I'm going to pinch these together. I want those to stay together. Okay. And I'll just continue to create my lines. Now, if I don't have this exact, that's okay. I don't need to do this exactly. Okay. Make that middle part my eye. If you've got an intricate design, you can make your coils smaller, and that will help with getting that design just right. You will have until next Friday to complete this. I'll be posting another video on how to actually paint it, and you're going to have some different options for paint. You can use crayons, you can use paint, you can use ink. There's going to be some different options there, so I know that you'll be limited on what you have at home, so hopefully one of those will work for you. Also, markers will work. Anything like that to complete this will work. So don't worry about that. I'll be posting another video for you soon, probably early next week, on how to color this and bake it. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm just kind of filling in using the techniques that I've learned with coiling. I'm just kind of filling in, and I'm going to smush this together. And that's important because I want this to stay together when I bake it. If I don't do that, it may not stay together. Okay, so I've got the basic shape done here. I'm now going to use my some of my different shapes to kind of fill this in. And I do want these little guys here. So I'm gonna put those in there. Now again, if you feel like you're gonna run out of salt dough for this, you may need to roll your coils first like I did and kind of see how much you have before deciding how big you can make this. Okay. Now I'm gonna make some spirals for this. And that is going to fill in this area here. You could use the spirals that we learned how to do. You could use a fold technique. You could use different spheres in there. You probably will be using some little balls to complete where the places are where there is no dough. You will need to fill those in. So for instance, I can put that in there. I can put that in there. And now, see, I'm really starting to fill this in now. I'm gonna move that a little bit. You can always move things around and your design might change a little bit. That's okay. That's to be expected. Okay. So I'm gonna continue filling this in and I will show you in a moment what it looks like. Once I've kind of got this filled in, then I can complete the shape on the outside. And I'm gonna try to have that be one piece. Oh my goodness. My coil wants to stretch quite a bit here. And there it broke. So I'm gonna have to fix that. Excuse me. Okay. And I can just fix that by just pinching this together. This, of course, is not ideal. We usually would be doing this out of clay. We'd have a little bit more control over what we are doing with clay. Now, I can fill in the rest of this with different shapes, different techniques, that all those different ones that you did in your practice, you can use those different shapes to fill this in. Now we're making a trivet, and it's usually you would use this for a pan to go on to a table or a countertop so you wouldn't damage your countertop, you put the pan on top of this if it was hot. But I don't know how well this is going to hold up. So I don't know if I would suggest trying that. We'd have to bake it first and then see where we were at. Okay. So I've got that filled in. I think I'll put one more coil around the outside. Move that up just a tad so you can see it. Get one little spot there. I really want to make sure I'm getting all those little spots. Okay, I'm going to do one more coil around the outside. See how that looks. If you don't have enough salt dough, that's okay to do this. If you don't have enough. Okay, whoops, that stretched a little bit, so I think I'll redo that piece. Okay. Now that I have this all made, I'm gonna just press. Can manipulate this a little bit. I'm gonna press this together, and then I'm just gonna let it dry. Once it's dried, I'll bake it in the oven, and then I'll decorate it in another video, and I'll show you that on Seesaw, like I said. I will upload that. All right, so that is my coil trivet out of salt dough, and have fun in doing this. This is gonna be due next Friday. We're going to, so you're gonna make it, bake it, and decorate it by next Friday. All right, thank you.